Yo, what up, guys? This your boy T Dub. What's blazing the sports? All right, guys. Before we get started, hit the like button, subscribe button, and let's get into it. Adrien, the problem, Broner, seems like he been having a little personal problems lately. What we've been getting from Adrien Broner is you get either an outburst in the public, and then you tend to get like a made up statement, or everything is cool type of statement or announcement later. I know a lot of people either going to poke fun at him, some people going to stand by him, some are going to ignore it, some are going to call it life. But guy, honestly, I think it's a public cry for help without using those words, and that's just my personal opinion, and which is what I'm gonna try to give you guys on Adrien Broner and what's going on with him. All right, so looks like he took to social media and he basically just said F everybody, his mom, his dad, his baby mama, kids, your kids. It's all about him. People trying to extort him for money. Basically, in so many words, people, do a lot of talking till guns get involved. That type of talking like that. Especially when you go public like that. To me, that lets me know that you want some type of attention from it. Good attention, bad attention. You want some type of attention from it. Because I'm just saying a lot of things, if you, especially when you talk about guns, you shouldn't put stuff like that on social media because it is going to draw, maybe unwanted attention if you actually do plan on following through with the actions, or the I don't know if it's considered a subliminal threat by saying about when guns get involved. I don't know. But I'm just trying to give you my thoughts on AB and what's going on maybe in his head. From when I look at Adrien Broner, I look at a very talented guy that I've been watching fighting for some years now. Before he got to the 147, the 140, I believe he might have skipped all the way over 135, the 130s, when people first started, making a little noise about AB, the guy got a lot of talent, had a lot of skills. And it looks like as he moved up in weight, his skills and talents has stayed the same. They didn't evolve. So I'm not saying he wasn't good. It's just saying when he moved up in weight, he done exactly what he done in smaller weight. It just didn't work against bigger and stronger fighters. And it needs to evolve in which will help him, to do better at the weight that he campaigning at, which now it looks like he's 140 pounds. I believe he says he's 140. Doesn't look like he really want to touch 147, maybe unless it's a specialty fight. He has a big fight coming up with Figueroa, which makes you think, guys, Figueroa is probably thinking, please don't cancel this fight. This is exactly what I want. Yes. I don't even have to get into his head because so much going on through his head right now. By the time he show up on fight night, he's not going to be mentally there. And I'm going to use this beating, this knocking out over AB to catapult my career even higher than what it is now. So Figueroa is probably eating Cheerios, with milk and just being happy because, his opponent is going through personal things which can affect you guys. Trust me, when I went through family court battling, for custody of my kid, it does mentally get at you. So I understand that those things. I remember going through court and sparring and the stuff I'm going through is popping in my head and basically, my personal experience is how the system just, straight up wipe, I'm gonna say most males, drag most males through the mud, even though you're proven to be better, you're proven to be more substantial, I don't know, they just don't care. I don't know. I really can't explain it, but that's another tale we can get into. But what I see from AB right now is that AB doesn't have guidance, in my eyes. He doesn't, he rose to fame in his career pretty fast. Money came faster than he could mature. And when that happens, the money tends to take over. The money decide what happens. The money make you a boss. the money sometimes make you stop listening to people who you should listen to. But because you got money, you feel you're bigger than this person is, because who are you? You only make $25,000 a year. I made, $2 million on my last fight. So when you get, and I'm not saying AB is like that, but I'm just saying in some circumstances, it could be, but some circumstances, money changes you, and money changes who you listen to. Even though another person don't have what you have, because maybe they don't have your talent, maybe they just not in your field, maybe they're not you. But they can see when things may be going wrong, or they can see that, hey, since you're coming into this money, it's probably best to do certain things. And AB don't have that guidance. And it looks like he's looking for a mentor. It looks like his father is around. Maybe, maybe not. His father was not the mentor that he wanted or needed, or maybe he's just looking for a different mentor, which is why, he looked at Floyd Mayweather. And I understand, because Floyd Mayweather, a lot of people would love, honestly, to be for Floyd to take them under their wing. Me being, boxer and trainer, man, that was a time that I would have loved to just be able to take tips from Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to shoulder roll right and get my defense tight and work on timing and countering and, reading and adjusting. I would love that. So I can understand it, but their relationship had come to a point that it wasn't a Mr. Miyagi and a Danielson type of relationship. It was a more like I want to be a big brother type, that type of mentor. Not really much in the ring, but maybe a combination of the two. So it could be a combination in the ring, but also I want that family type, the guidance that you can get. You're where I want to be at, and I want to take things from you. And him and Floyd been going back and forth, and a lot of things they've been going back and forth on has been personal. It has not been, we disagree in the gym, we disagree in my career, we disagree with that. No, it's been more so personal, on a personal level, where it's been majority of AB, saying F Floyd and F this, and he ain't that, and he don't care, he ain't never family, and blah, blah, blah. And AB had numerous of times where he reached the social media and he would put his personal stuff out there where he's borderline, maybe about to commit suicide. And then all of a sudden he'll come back off from it. Then, and then him and Floyd is cool, him and Floyd not cool. Which means to me, honestly, for you to put that on there, you need an advisor. Like someone, you need to be able to listen to someone to tell you, and listen to this person. You know what I'm saying? Not just have them around and they tell you something, but whatever they tell you don't mean nothing because, you got money, you don't care, you're going to do what you want to do anyway. Maybe you just need them people around that, that actually know something and say, hey, I know you're going through this. I know you feel that way, but do not put that on social media. Do not do it. Listen to me. Don't do it. And even though you want to go against it, but that person really has your best interest, and don't do it. So this one that, I put together right here, he put the other one out, guys, and I didn't want to, because of how it was, and it was very negative about F this, F that, F everybody. So I put this one out because it says everyone I guess everyone has, I think you're trying to say good days and bad days and good days yesterday. Well, good days and yesterday was just a bad day for me. But since got y'all attention, April 21st, I'm kicking Omar, which I'm probably going to edit it, guys, because, the way YouTube is, they are just killing any kind of AdSense. So I'm on my break, and I actually in my car this time because it's warm enough to go walk into my car. And I want to talk about it. AB has a lot going on. I think he's looking for guidance. I think he maybe has some anger issues. Maybe some of it could deal with bipolar because he tend to go to extremes pretty quick. Listen, I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to diagnose him, but maybe his outbursts make it looks like that. One moment he's really angry about talking about guns get involved, and the next moment is all good. I got your attention. Maybe it is a marketing thing where he's just trying to keep attention on him, keep focus on him. Made people watch him just to see what he's going to do in the ring. Another thing I heard was about extortion. Maybe his baby mother's trying to get more money. Guys, that alone, think about it, guys. You remember Tyrese? $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me? Guys, that's real. That's real. And even when you're not rich, and let's say you gross $1,000 a month, not $1,000. Let's say this. You say you gross $1,000 a month, but you're paying $550 in child support. So you left with what is it, $450 for the rest of the month, or is it five? Am I doing my math right, guys? I might be doing my math wrong. I maybe am, but you got to pay rent. You got to pay gas. Still got to take care of that kid whenever you do see him every other weekend. You have to just get back and forth. Bills, clothes. They leave you a lot of times with crumb. They leave you begging to get back to mom's house. They leave you to trying to just stay with other people. Or that's why some dudes might bomb off of some women to stay with them because they can't afford to live on their own. So I do understand it. Now, did I go through that? Yeah. But I stay on my own. I'm just one of them guys that I refuse to go back to mom or to live off anybody else. I have my own. I stay on my own. But you know what? But I have 50-50. I have 50-50 custody, still pay child support, still pay for his insurance, still have to pay majority of his bills. You know, we're 50-50. We're 50-50. She has 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks. Week on, week off. And I have a pretty decent job, but I live like I'm extreme low income because how much coming out. So I can understand, guys, when it comes to money and surviving, and a lot of women use it to their advantage because they know the system. They know the system is on their side. And they bully you. Once they have a baby with you, if they're not in it for the long run, or you're not with them, or they can have another dude, and the other dude can be telling them, get more money, because he want to try to use and capitalize off the situation while he with her, and they use it to their advantage. And the system is most time going to ride with it. Remember, when you're on child support, the system get paid off of it. I get a bill every year telling me to pay the system because I'm on child support. I know. And when I was eating, when I first got hit hard like that, I was eating ramen on a daily. You know what I'm saying? Eating whatever I could that was cheap to survive because they was taking so much of my income that I just had enough to pay bills and gas and get back and forth to work. Going to churches to get canned goods. So I know, and they don't listen. When I called them and talked to them about it, they told me, listen, we could take even more. We could take even more. So that I can relate. Do I do like other people? No, I refuse to stay with anybody else. I refuse to have to depend on somebody. So whatever I have to do, I do it. You know what I'm saying? Legally, put it like that. Whatever. If I had to go to the church to get something, I did. If I had to eat ramen, I did. If I had to just live bare minimum, cut off all kind of anything I enjoyed, at the time, cable and whatever I had to enjoy, I did. Still don't got cable to this day. I did. So I can imagine, going through that can hurt. It's a cry for help. He has an upcoming fight with Figueroa. That's on his mind. Training's on his mind. You know what I'm saying? Somebody needs to come in and not just people that's getting paid off of him. It need to be people that would not benefit from him at all. And people that he needs to listen to tell him, you're blowing it. You're losing it. They need to kind of pull him back and just show him, break down, look at this public outburst. If that wasn't you, how would you view that person? And then look a week later. The outburst is, oh, now we're cool. And then look again 2 weeks later. Then look again. Then look a month later. Then look again. Now look at this last one. F mom, F dad, F kids, F this, F friends, F this. When guns get involved. Look at that. How would you take that? You know, it need to be somebody to tell him to wake up. I know you have a lot of emotional things going on. And honestly, you know, he might have enough that he might need to mentally deal with those things before even continue fighting. If you can figure out how to get them under control, go ahead. But guys, you only can do this so often before something happens. You can only keep publicly outbursting before people, you're going to be like, I got to actually do something. And you're going to do something that you're going to regret for the rest of your life, or you're going to end your life. Either way, not a route you want to go. Hope you guys got something out of this. T-Dub with Blazing the Sports. We're out.